Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we're gonna check kit from Special Hobby. As usual, you will find the detailed review article link here in the video description below. Just click it and you will be able to read full review article in English and Russian and of course check detailed photos. As you can see, this is a new 1/32 scale Tempest Mk.II. It's also high-tech edition as the previous Tempest release. As you can see here, we have this beautiful box art with airplane flying in the sky, and on the side we have short list of features which are included into this kit. So we have resin parts for armament bay, detailed resin cockpit, also gun sight, main wheels. Note that there are several types of the main wheels, textile belts and pre-cut masks. So basically in one box you get everything you need for assembly of very nice model. On the other side we have marking options which are included into this kit. As you can see, there are 5 of them and they're quite interesting, I would say. Especially in 32nd scale, this should be a nice build. Box size is quite impressive. Here you can see a comparison with my hand size, but let's not forget that this is a 32nd scale, so it should be like this. This is a top opening box, and inside we find a typical, let's say, Special Hobby packaging. Note that resin parts are packed into the separate box with CMK branding. We'll check it a bit later. Decals are attached to the special cardboard flaps so that they won't fly around the box. As you can see, there are several decal sheets. Assembly manual is on the top, so let's start from it. Here is assembly manual. This one is printed in form of this nice brochure. Here we have short history note, then there is a parts map, and assembly process starts from the cockpit, of course. As you can see, assembly instructions are provided in colored schemes so that you will know which segment should be painted in this or that color. And in total you will have to perform 52 steps. Then we have marking options. As you can see, marking options are provided with history note, detailed views of the airplane, and of course paint numbers are given in Gunze numbers. So as I said before, there are 5 marking options. Here we have let's say teaser for other 32nd scale products from the same manufacturer, and on the last page again we have teaser for other products in the 32nd scale. Next we have decal sheets. Those I will have to carefully let's say detach from the plastic bag because they're secured with paper clips, and I need to unpick them somehow. So just give me a second and we will check them closer. From one side it's really nice solution, I would say, because as I said before, decals don't fly around the box and you get everything in one place. From another point you have to deal with those paper clips, which I really hate. But I mean, you do it once and then you're ready to go, because decals themselves are packed into the receivable bags, so you can open them and then return them where they were on this kit. First I want to show you a small plastic bag with mask sheet and textile belts. This one is a typical HGW product and it should look good in 32nd scale. You can check some reviews on our website. You will see that those products are really nice, and I appreciate inclusion of such bonus into the 32nd scale kit. Next we have decal sheets. There are 3 of them at least. So just give me a second to open the plastic bag and show them to you. Here is the first one. This one is small, and note that here we have decals for dashboard, and it was printed in Edward. Next carries different symbols. These are quite large and also printed in Edward. And another decal sheet. Actually there are 2 more, so in total there are 4 of them. Are also printed by Edward, and those decal sheets carry roundels and different stencils. Here are stencils. By the way, did you know that this paper was provided only with 2 other decal sheets. First 2 were without these papers. And here we have different roundels. Again, printing quality is really nice. I don't see any possible mistakes or printing damage, so no worries for those problems. So next we have plastic sprues packed into the same plastic bag. At least I can see that there are 3 frames packed together. But no worries, because packaging is not that tight, so parts won't be broken, and we will check them closer in a second. Transparent frame is also packed into the separate plastic bag, so it won't be scratched. Here you can see it. Note that it is a 2-piece part, so you can assemble open cockpit or closed cockpit. And of course, as I said before, masks are included, so no worries about possible masking problems or any other issues which you can encounter during assembly. Then we have plastic sprue with cooling panels. Note that those 2 are separated in a vertical axis, which is quite surprising, because usually we're used to see the 1-piece frontal section. Well, you will have to deal with seams. Here we have propeller hub, also with separate blades, so you will have to be careful with alignment, but there is a special propeller base which will help you with alignment. And overall molding quality seems to be fine. External parts have recessed panel lines. Inside there is almost no detailing because it won't be visible. Next we have, just give me a second. This one is an external armament set. Actually a nice bonus, but I'm not sure if it will be used in this set. I mean, if it's given here, if it's provided by manufacturer, then it should be used. By the way, note here that we have short note correction to the assembly manual, so that you won't have to cut the part of the wing segment. Next we have large plastic bag with plenty of different plastic sprues, and this one is not that smart, I would say, solution, because it's better to pack all those parts separately so that they won't be broken during shipment. Well, we have what we have as usual, so I need a second to open them and we'll check them closer. Okay, so first one, here it is. Here we have engine insert, then we have exhausts. Each one will have to be assembled out of 2 holes, which is quite unusual, I would say. But there is zero position pins inside, so at least you have easy alignment without any extra problems. Then we have some external parts. So here you can see, for example, rudder, several versions, also landing gear doors. Note that 2 will go into your spare parts because they won't be used in this build. By the way, note that rudder will have to be assembled out of 2 halves, and there are position pins inside, so it should be easy to align them together. Cockpit should be quite detailed for the 32nd scale. See, here you can see all minor parts and caging, so you just attach them onto your airplane and you are ready to go. Note that all minor handles and other, let's say, really small pieces are carefully replicated in plastic. And here we have dashboard. It features pre-molded dials, but I have no doubt that there will be also upgrade from Edward, so that you can have a really nice dashboard on your model. Next we have landing gear wheels. Note that there are several versions of those. One is weighted and another one is with 4 spokes wheels. Another one is 5 spoke wheels. Each wheel should be assembled out of 2 hulls. Here we have, for example, air intake parts and some other external elements, as well as cockpit elements and really nice landing gear legs. It's really interesting to assemble this model because overall quality seems to be fine. Here you can see more of external elements, tail wings, which should be assembled out of 2 halves. Then we have elevators, also should be assembled out of 2 halves, but there are position pins inside, so you won't have any problems, I guess. Next we have large fuselage halves. Those feature really nice riveting and recessed panel lines. I can even zoom in camera so that you can see it closer. As you can see, it looks really good, and with washing applied or maybe pre-shading, you have a really nice result. Inside there is a minor cockpit detailing, but don't forget that you have to install separately molded plastic parts. And also there are position pins inside, so you should have easy alignment on this kit as well. And the last plastic sprue is actually the biggest one, and it carries the biggest parts. As you can see, lower wing half and top wing half. Note that ailerons and flaps are pre-molded, which is not that good for 32nd scale. Nevertheless, both parts feature recessed panel lines and riveting, which is really impressive. I'll zoom in camera so that you can see it closer. So here it is. Looks nice, right? So that's all for this wing sprue. And now we can check last but not the least component. As I said, resin parts which are packed into the CMK box, which is a company connected with Special Hobby. Actually, there are plenty of those resin parts. Here you can see that there are two plastic bags. Let's check the first one and then we will jump to the second one. As you remember, there are some external parts, some internal parts which are molded out of resin. So you can have really detailed model in 32nd scale. Well, this is a high-tech edition, so that's why we have so many bonuses. Here you can see, for example, parts for ammo bay. Here is ammo bay itself. Here we have machine guns. And what else? And here we have covers. Now let's zoom in and check it closer. So here you can see it. Next we have several types of wheels and also another ammo bay container, one-piece pilot seat, and as I said, several types of wheels. So here we have 4-spoke and here we have 5-spoke. These are pre-molded as a one-piece part. As you can see, they feature really nice walls detailing. I will zoom in camera so that you can see, and they have weight imitation so that you can build a more realistic model. And one more bonus is another plastic bag with resin parts. This one, I guess, is dedicated to cockpit elements, and they're quite tender. So here you can see the first one, the second one, the third one, fourth base, fifth, then we have even rear landing gear wheel, and more of even exhausts are molded out of resin, which is really good, and I think with these parts you will be able to build something really good. So that's all for this video review. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, I will be happy to hear your opinion in the comment section below. And of course, if you want to help us, just like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will be glad to see you as our subscriber. I will see you in the next video review as usual, so bye!